Watch this video, and I'll be right back.
We've all heard of Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad, right? Or at least I hope we have. Did you know that there was a southern route on the Underground Railroad that led down to Mexico? Yeah, because you see, in 1821, Mexico won its independence from Spain. And in 1829, just 8 short years later, Mexico abolished slavery. 34 years before Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. Now, the president of Mexico when slavery was abolished was Vicente Ramón Guerrero Saldaña. He was Afro-Latino. He was a mix of indigenous and African blood. Now, not only did Mexico take a stand against slavery, but in 1850, when the United States passed the Fugitive Slave Act, Mexico refused to honor it, and also refused to sign a separate treaty based on it with the United States, and let it be known that any slave that crossed its borders would be free. Now, some of those that benefited from this were the Maroons, Muskogos, or Black Seminoles, black freedmen or escaped African slaves who, once they crossed into Mexico, petitioned the Mexican government for land, and they were granted this land near Coahuila, where their descendants were raised free. Now back to Vicente Guerrero. He not only abolished slavery, but abolished the caste system, which left a bad taste in the mouths of the descendants of the colonizers that still remained in Mexico. And he was subsequently overthrown and assassinated for various reasons, not least of which was to serve as a warning to us brown folks not to rise above our station. The more you know.
If you Google it, you can find articles and videos about the little-known Underground Railroad that ran south to Mexico. Unlike the northern free states, Mexico did not agree to return people who have fled from slavery. Do you guys know who the Brown Berets are? The Brown Berets were formed in 1966 as the Young Chicanos for Community Action in California. They dressed in brown khaki uniforms and wore brown berets, and took on a look similar to the Black Panthers. Just like the Black Panthers, the Brown Berets had a free breakfast program for Chicano youth, and they also had a community newspaper called La Casa, I hope I'm saying that right, which they sold on the streets of Oakland and at college campuses. The Brown Berets in Oakland were also in solidarity with the Black Panthers. Both organizations worked together. I also found this article, How the Black Panther Party and its 10-point program influenced the Chicano movement, and self-help, graphics, and art. Although the Brown Berets were Mexican Americans and the Black Panther were African Americans, their concerns were quite similar. They both used newspapers to spread their ideas and messages. They both wanted similar things such as freedom, free healthcare, their history to be taught, and the end to police brutality.
Another big thing, we were embraced by the Black Liberation Movement. You know, whether it was NAACP, the Black Panther Party, Martin Luther King invited us to join the Poor People's Campaign in 1968. I was there for 2 months in Washington, D.C., protesting every day with Jose William, Reverend Abernathy, Reverend Jesse Jackson. So that's where I met him.
I've lived here my entire life, and I've never seen anything even close to this ever organized in this community.
Everybody's too afraid to have this conversation about racism. But when are we going to be ready? The time is now.
We feel compelled as a Latino community to come out and say we support the Black Lives Matter movement.
I am here to tell everyone that no authority can get rid of minorities. We are strong, we are here, and we know our rights.
And when it comes to the laws, we have in Florida a supermajority of Republicans, and they are changing the laws fast as hell. If we don't vote these people out, it's gonna be real bad real soon. And if we focus on unity, we can actually stop this instead of fighting each other. That's what they want. They want us to fight each other because they know that if we are united, we will win. We just have to stop with the division. Have a good day.